Welcome to Internet Supreme Court. I am Chief Justice Bacon, and thank you so much for joining us. And Mayor McCheese is going to be sitting in on this courtroom session, aren't you? Yeah. She's out because Nate Lopez isn't here, and she doesn't like Nate Lopez. I don't know where Chief Justice Lopez is. He's not Chief Justice. What the hell am I talking about? I don't know where lowly, dishonorable Judge Lopez is. I reached out to him. He texted me that he's trying to get on Eurovision. The problem is Eurovision they're already in the semifinal round 2. I don't think he understands. I just think he went to Switzerland and he's on some sort of drugs or something. Oh yeah, and don't worry, we're not corrupt. Let's welcome the other dishonorable judges. Katie Hampton.
Hey, welcome. Not corrupt.
Not corrupt.
Yeah, I really need to see that audition tape from Mr. Lopez because I'd like to see what song he sang and what outfit he chose.
Well, it's starting to make a little bit of sense because Nate asked me to sing the background vocals on one part, and I didn't know what he wanted. It went like this. He went, I have a tiny penis. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a banger. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really good. And let's welcome the other dishonorable judge, Matt Kelly.
I'm regretting my decision for a case to bring, forgetting that it was Eurovision. I think I had a great Eurovision viral video I could have utilized, but
you can save it for next week, Matt. Yeah. Matt, it's just the semifinal round 2 is done. They still haven't done the final.
Okay.
There you go.
I just assume it's Eurovision. It's certainly not American Vision when I've seen this video.
American Idol is
Hungarian Vision.
Yeah. And we do have a special guest judge sitting in today, so we don't even need Judge Lopez. Screw you, Judge Lopez.
We've never needed Judge Lopez. Come on now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's on record. Welcome to the stage, Ella. Hello, Ella.
Hello. I'm so disappointed with Tommy Cash's performance this week.
Oh, was that in one?
He was doing Espresso Macchiato. He's from Estonia singing a song about Italy. Nobody watched it.
I only saw the second.
I only saw Nate Lopez and his tiny penis song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The country of Italy is that.
That's what he asked for.
Oh, that's a banger.
Yeah. Speaking of which, this week we are brought to you by Eurovision.
Oh,
we are. That is our sponsor this week. We seem to get a lot of. We get a lot of watchers from overseas. Apparently, it's a lot of people who can't get to sleep.
You know? Hey, everybody out there who's not in America.
No, I was watching. I missed the semifinals round 1. I watched semifinals round 2, and while I was watching them, I made a couple of my own memes. Decided that if we're going to judge other people's memes, might as well put out my own. Here's the first one that I came up with. When you had all those free AOL hours. Probably one of the worst dresses ever in Eurovision. Looks like she just got out of the shower.
She had a worse jacket later on in the show.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Did she have it over this?
I don't know, but at the end of the show, it was worse.
I feel like she could stop traffic.
I feel like if she was a disco ball that wished to become a real girl.
She's singing the Little Mermaid songs.
Oh my God. Yes. This is what a mermaid looks like from the neck down.
It looks like she did the thing where she put her head in. She did the back flip of her hair. Her
yeah.
So
maybe those are bubbles. Maybe she is a shower.
Oh,
you know what? Is she married to the Scrubbing Bubbles?
Maybe she's married to Chubby Bubbles. Is that what we're talking about?
The Scrubbing Bubbles.
Scrubbing Bubbles.
Scrubbing Bubbles. Oh, the guy with the that's right. I forgot about that.
I also had another meme. I like this one better. The first time I use a bidet,
Oh my God. Why is it perfect?
This is sand, but it doesn't look right. This one
No, it does
started
not.
out. This one started out with her holding what's that thing that you turn over for time? I can't think.
Like an hourglass?
An hourglass. God damn it. She had an hourglass and she like dropped it, and then it went. You look down and there was all this sand. And I was like, if only there was an easier way to get sand. I have to break all these hourglasses. And that one. And, just want to remind everybody that Hungary is no longer in Eurovision because they thought it was, quote, too gay. And here's just a photo that I randomly took watching it. Yeah, totally gay, Hungary. Like the most gay thing I've ever seen.
That is just straight up titty.
Yeah. You know what? Because this is it. And Hungary's on goddamn blast, and they should be. They should be shamed. Because really, Hungary, it's not too gay. There's straight and gay in Eurovision. Eurovision is for everyone. Your problem, Hungary, is you can't even say what the truth is, and that it has any gay. The fact that it has any gay in it at all is your problem, Hungary. And you know what? Fuck Hungary. Your flag is just the fucking France flag presenting itself.
Nope. Italy.
Gayest.
Italy.
Whatever. My brain's not working. I am a brand new dad. Everybody knows it's our very first show back. I've slept.
You've had little sleep.
I've slept probably 5 hours in the last week.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just enough ranting about Hungary. I just sorry I got a little heated there.
Yeah, calm down, big
Hungry.
Okay.
Ooh, hold on.
Stop it. Get some help.
Feel good.
Every week we get closer and closer to that morning zoo vibe.
Speaking of Eurovision. I got a tiny penis.
Oh. Yeah, I knew it was a banger.
Chicken jockey.
Oh, bacon.
No sleep. Thank you. I am innocent.
Yeah.
Man, my wife and I brought in a brand new baby girl into the world. It's amazing. Just want to say that. Besides the fact that I haven't gotten any sleep.
I don't know if you know that you still have auto-tune on, but that sounded beautiful in
Fuck,
auto-tune.
it's
Really
sweet,
good.
Might as well just keep it going, you know? Just go all the way through. I know I sound eerie and sultry. Is this good enough for you, Hungry, if I did this?
Show that picture again.
I don't remember. This one?
The one before it.
This
There
one?
it is.
Hungry, super gay. Hungry's gay as can be.
I
Oh,
think there's
man.
a last-minute winner of Eurovision right now.
Yeah. Oh, man. You guys, I really do actually love Eurovision, all jokes aside. It is so much fun to watch. It is like the Super Bowl halftime show, but everybody gets to throw in their hat in the ring. There are some real stinkers. Don't get me wrong.
What? I've never watched it. Where do you watch it?
Peacock.
Of course.
The cock.
You know who the front runner is, Katie? People singing about a sauna.
Oh, really?
lovely.
Bada Bada Bastu is the front runner, and they are singing about going to the sauna.
Oh.
And if you look up I'm going to text you their video because it is the best, most fun performance. They're just men. Actually, they had some women representation, like walking around a sauna, sitting in a sauna. It was the most fun. Good for them.
I'm
that.
very excited to see all these props.
There's
Ella, did you-
Irish people singing about a dog going into space?
I gotta watch. Okay, so you could replay it on
Tonight.
Peacock if you want. I don't have it right now, but you could also, there's a code where you can get 3 months free of Peacock. That's what I used. to watch it. And the one I liked today, Ella, was the one that started where it was like Alice in Wonderland.
I haven't seen today's. Are you
Oh.
spoiling for me? Don't tell
Sorry.
me today's.
All right, I won't tell you today. We won't talk about it.
only
We got
seen
other
Tuesday.
things. We got other things to talk about. Let's talk about cases.
Okay.
You guys want to talk about cases?
Let's talk about some cases.
All
I got a really great one today. I'm not even gonna really introduce it. Let you know, you'll figure it out. But it's a positive one. It's a local Chicago meme that blew up in 2019. So I don't think anybody else heard about it, but it's a real feel good story, and I really want to share it with you guys. Let me just pull up so I could read. All right, you guys ready?
Getting hot
Yes.
in LA right now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
I gotta get summer robes. These are my winter robes. It's too hot.
Cut off robes. I'm thinking that's what I'm like, sleeveless.
Yes, we're at the armpit all the way down.
Yeah, that's 100% what I'm gonna do.
See, my secret is cold ass basement.
That's
And
nice.
East Coast.
Yeah, and East Coast. Y'all you West Coasters act like we don't get heat on the
Yeah,
East
it was
Coast
87
ever.
in
Oh.
Chicago. They think they have all the heat in the world, Matt.
They do.
They think it always snows here.
It's just
That's
a
what I
frozen
imagined.
tundra 24/7.
Yeah. When they watched March of the Penguins, they thought that was Tennessee.
I was Chicago, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Chicago, Illinois, a sprawling metropolis. Over 2.6 million people live within the city limits, and over 12 million people living in what is called the Chicagoland area. So there's a lot of people living in a small area. Despite its dense population, Chicago is also home to an abundance of wildlife, some of which might surprise you. There's foxes in a lot of places in Chicago. They eat a lot of the rats. I don't know if you know
Oh.
about that.
Did not know that.
Coyotes are common in Chicago. There are many large old cemeteries, and every single one of them has coyotes. We live close to one. When our windows are open at night, if a ambulance drives by, it sets them all off.
Oh wow.
Woo! Actually, and then here's one. This is a video that I took at Graceland Cemetery. Is it showing up for you guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a coyote. They're so well fed with all the bunnies and rats and birds that live in the cemetery that they completely ignore like humans and dogs. It's pretty cool.
Love
That is a plump animal.
Are you shaming? Are you shaming?
No.
that?
No, I'm saying good for them.
Good for him. River otters, also a thing. You
Oh.
could spot them in the Chicago River system and the lagoons around the city. You guys learning something?
I'm
I
learning. I
learned
am.
a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was so much flora and fauna.
Yeah. Yeah. But there was one specific animal that captured the hearts of Chicagoans and left its mark on the internet and Chicago culture. Before we get started, just want to say, please give us a like and subscribe. We're a really small channels, either on Twitch or on YouTube. Follow us. Anything helps. Any little bit helps. So let's talk about this specific animal and Humboldt Park, the area of Chicago neighborhood. It's a historic park that I'm specifically talking about right here, that big boy right there on the west side of Chicago. You can, right there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a 207-acre urban park that opened in 1877 and is one of the largest parks on Chicago's west side. It's mostly known for its beautiful field house that is surrounded by a lagoon. On July 9th, 2019, a 4-foot alligator was spotted swimming in the lagoon, and it instantly launches a search led by animal control and other volunteers. The news quickly spread online, and in less than 24 hours, on July 10th, people flocked to the lagoon using the hashtag Humboldt Gator.
Okay.
Chicagoans instantly fell in love with this gator, And the Block Club Chicago, that's a website, and I think it used to be a paper. They held an online poll to name this gator. There was a lot of great possible names. One of them was Ruth Gator Ginsburg.
Yes, that one, no question, hands down, best one, great.
Yeah. The problem with this one is not Chicago centric, but this one is Frank Lloyd Bite. And one of my favorites, Croc Obama.
Oh, wow. Okay, all right.
But it wasn't the winner. The winner was Chance the Snapper.
Oh my God. Yes.
Obviously named after the famous Chicago artist Chance the Rapper. If you didn't know, that is a great rapper. The
Very
city of
short.
Chicago snapped into action, and the Chicago Park District crews, animal control, and a reptile volunteer named Alligator Bob set out to remove the gator from the lagoon. Can you guess who Alligator Bob is here?
It's
The guy
Alligator
with-
Bob. Does he have like more subscribers than we do?
Yeah, I hope. I hope. I'm pretty sure on the weekends he runs Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Welcome to Humboldt Park.
I gotta switch these around. That's great. While this was happening, crowds grew daily, with hundreds of onlookers starting to show up. I like how if you look kind of in the back middle, there's a guy there with like a $5,000 camera lens.
Oh my God, that's huge.
Yeah, that thing's massive.
It's a telephoto lens.
I feel like that's JPL or something.
Benny the Bull, the Chicago's Bull mascot, got in on it. That's the guy on the left there. And they even had salsa music
Thanks for the
nights.
clarification.
Just so you know. I don't know if
he wasn't the one selling hot dogs.
Matt, I know you're not a big sports guy.
He just needed to clarify. I love that he has a net.
They're in the same pose. Like, is it the same dude in and out of the pose?
See, there's a lot of questions.
Valid question.
Valid question. On the right is they had salsa music nights with food. And people even made posters. They wore alligator themed clothing, and everybody in Chicago was talking about Chance the Snapper.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Chicago that at salsa night you guys sell hot dogs?
Agreed. Great question.
Oh, those are brats.
That's not salsa night food.
Yeah,
What are you talking
Nikki,
about?
question still stands.
What are you talking about? Hot dogs go with everything. I don't know what you're talking about.
I gotta say, maybe it's those East Coasters and what they think Mexican food is.
Yeah, you don't know Chicago. Chicago, you wake up, you have a Chicago dog. Then at lunch, you have a beef dip, hot Italian beef sandwich. Then for a snack before dinner, you finish a deep dish.
And for exercise, you yell at your cousin, right?
What the exercise? What?
Yeah, you yell at your cousin. You just go,
Ex-
cousin!
And
that's-
the only
and that's-
exercise, the only exercise you get is when you have to run for the L when your train's leaving. And even then, it's like, why do we put this above ground? It's so hard to go up. So everyone was in on it. You could see these people came and they were really excited. And of course, there was also merchandise because capitalism. We got to, I really liked this one though.
Gator Watch 2019.
It's pretty
Cute.
great.
Did you get a shirt?
This was happening when I first moved to Boston. So
Got it.
this was a FOMO situation for me. I'm like, I can't believe I'm missing out on Chance the Snapper.
I can actually hear you saying that out loud and totally meaning it too.
I did. Around this time is right when I moved to Boston, and I remember when I was moving, I had on like a Cubs hat because I was just like a mess or whatever. And a car drove right by, saw my Cubs hat, and yelled out, Cubs fucking suck. It's like, oh, they're so welcoming here. The crowds forced the city to put up fencing and even a sign. Put up an alligator sign.
Boy, did they.
After nearly a week of close calls, they weren't able to get him. They weren't able to get Chance the Snapper, couldn't capture him. So they decided to call in a ringer, a man from Florida, the gator expert named Frank Robb.
Florida.
Frank Robb.
You
Got
know?
a
I believe in
first.
Frank Robb's abilities, actually. I think
Right?
he's going to take care of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida.
He trims his beard with alligators.
Yeah, he hasn't bought a razor in his life, this man.
It's all straight razor for him.
Yeah, just sticks his face in the swamp. Done. After less than 24 hours, Frank Robb was able to catch Chance. And what he did is he worked under the dark of night. He just waited till it got dark. And he was able to spot the glint in the alligator's eyes.
Oh yeah.
And then he had a special fishing pole with a hook with a 200-pound line on it. He got it hooked, one cast.
Wow.
You could say he got him hook, line, and sinker, couldn't you?
You could. Frank instantly became a Chicago hero. Later in the summer, he got a turn on Buckingham Fountain. That's that big fountain behind you that's in Married with Children. You probably know that one from there.
Yep.
Of course.
Then marriage. That.
Is that
Oh,
set
sorry.
in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's set
I
into
didn't know
the
that
Chicago
either.
suburbs. Yeah. I think a fake
Ah.
Chicago suburb. And he also was able to throw out the first pitch at a Cubs game.
Oh my gosh, look, his beard looks so good.
I don't think that pitch went well.
Look, he's an
Gotta do
alligator
it.
guy.
He's doing the gooseneck.
Yeah, he's not a baseball guy, right? A local Chicago woman also slid into his DMs on Instagram. And at the time, I don't know anything now, but at the time, they had gone on a couple dates.
Oh, prop Frank.
Right. But what happened to Chance the Snapper after all the hubbub got done? For a few days, he stayed in the city shelter and briefly he was at the Shed Aquarium before being shipped to Florida. And by late July 2019, he arrived at the alligator sanctuary, St. Augustine Alligator Farm in Florida. There, under expert care, Chance thrived, and he grew rapidly. By 2022, that's 3 years later, he measured about 6 feet long and 55 pounds. When they caught him, he was 4 feet long and 18 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Farm staff say that he's now one of the biggest gators there. Chance lives
Which
in a large
one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which
I don't
one?
know which one he is. I mean, I don't, they all look alike.
Bacon.
I,
Wow.
Wow.
Gatorous.
Wow.
Wow.
that deserves to be booed, that joke. He lives with 40 other gators and crocodiles, and he spends his day sunning himself. Chance's rescuer, Frank Robb, he still goes and checks in on him. Still goes sees his buddy.
Aw.
But you also might be asking, how the hell did he get there? How the hell did he get to Humboldt Park? Right? Well, we're not exactly sure. No one's 100% sure, but it's safe to assume that he was just a dumped pet. And the reason why we believe that is Chance, if you can kind of see there, he had a slightly bent up snout. And that means that when that happens, that suggests that he was in a cage that was too small. And he outgrew it. And also he was really calm around humans. So it was kind of like, all right, this guy was, raised by humans. So that's the story of Chance the Snapper, the gentle alligator that captured the hearts and minds of millions. There's Frank pointing him out. That's that one. That's
There, yeah.
Chance right there.
He's
Huge.
not dating that Chicago woman anymore.
Oh, he's not. You looked it up.
No, I'm just
A beard.
Beard. But he is huge. Wow.
Yeah. They say he's easy to spot in person because he's the only gator that doesn't put ketchup on his hot dogs.
Ah.
Yeah. There you go. And that's the story of Chance the Snapper. So I'm going to go ahead and say, you guys, that Chance the Snapper, not guilty. A 2019 meme right before the world changed forever. Back in the fun times when we were still having, being silly and just latching on to things. I'm going to go ahead and say that Chance, not guilty. Great alligator. Great story. Really happy that guy was able to come up and, he's just in Florida, he's just another gator dude. But up here, he's a goddamn legend.
I agree. I mean, I'm going innocent just for those. Great job, City of Chicago won some top-notch names for a stray gator. I like Chance the Snapper. I think that's a good conclusion.
I will say that Chance the Snapper himself is not guilty. But Rob Frank, I have some suspicions that he put it out there. I think he was fishing for more than just an alligator. I think it might have been his alligator, and he just dropped it off, and he was like, "Let's just wait and see." He was just trying to get that lady in Chicago.
I'm gonna say that Chance the Snapper is not guilty.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not guilty.
Yeah.
I don't have a cool thing.
That looks awesome.
Chicago is guilty of not understanding what to serve at salsa.
Yes.
Now,
wrong
all right, hold
with
on. To be fair, I did just grab that photo. I could not. I don't know if that was actually from
a guy
Salsa Night.
serving.
Oh, awesome. Oh, I have
guilty.
to hit the thing.
Oh, we need Nate.
She pays.
Yeah, I just cut you off instead. How's that?
I like that it was
the
like
wrong one.
You hit the wrong one on top of it, and I was like, "Oh, bacon!" So tired.
So tired.
Oh, I think he's napping right now. Actually,
Bacon's gone. Oh, there he is.
It's hard. It'll be like 3 months. I'm just letting you know. 3 months.
Oh man. Well, I only get a month off work, so this is only going to get harder.
that's all right, man.
Bro, you got this.
You got this.
Can I say we had both my wife and I had 2 jokes that bombed at the hospital.
At the labor.
Yeah, at the so we were supposed to be induced the next day. So my wife and I were sitting in bed and at 9 o'clock, and we were both just like, our last night, just the 2 of us, let's like relax and just kind of hang out. And then her water broke.
Mm.
We're like, all right. So we pack up, we go to the hospital. She sits, sees the doctor, sits down, and as soon as she lays back, a ton more water splashes all over the floor. And I go, I didn't know I was going to a Gallagher show. Nobody got it. Nobody got it. And to be fair, it's before my time, Gallagher.
Yeah.
Like, and explaining Gallagher makes you sound insane.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he's a comedian who smashes fruit.
And America loved him.
Yeah.
For far too long.
Matt still thinks he's not guilty.
Yeah, listen, have you? Yeah, I love Gallagher. No, I literally just TikTok just serves you weird things, and I got a video that was Jack Black rambling about how they need to make a movie about Gallagher. And there was like a piece of the story that I had never known.
Amy Poehler, the Good Hang.
Yeah, on Amy Poehler's podcast. Because I'm sure you know that there were 2 Gallaghers at some point.
The brother.
And then there was a falling out between the 2 of them. And the second Gallagher was like, I'm the first Gallagher. Like it was like a body swap. It was like face off. He's like, I'm Gallagher 1 now, and you can't stop me.
Oh no.
But the bumper to the story that I loved was that this kid who lived next door to Gallagher's manager went to his house one day and was just like, hey, I'm the biggest Gallagher fan in the world. I'd love to meet him. And the manager, like, I imagine, like, took a puff of his cigarette. He's like, I'll do one better. I'm going to teach you everything that Gallagher knows. He's like, that kid, Carrot Top. He's like, that's like how Carrot Top got his start, was befriending Gallagher's manager, and Gallagher's manager taking Carrot Top under his arm and just being like, I'll teach you everything, kid.
That guy is guilty. He needs to.
Vastly guilty.
For water breaking, I let a bunch of like residents watch my water get broken.
Oh.
They came in and they're like, do you mind if we like let them watch it happen? And at that point I was like, I don't give a fuck. You guys have looked at my body for the last 3 hours. I've been like Winnie the Poohing it for so long. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah. Let's open up the show. So like 6 people watched it happen. And I was like, there you go. You want to see this? You want to see this happen?
How many of them had notepads?
I truly disassociated the whole time.
Oh, so you didn't. You can tell us how many of them had ponchos?
It truly, well, because I was already numb, so I like didn't even feel it.
Oh.
I just remember at that point, Nick would be like looking at my husband would be looking at the screen while I'm having like contractions, and then look at my face, and he's like, "You're not feeling any of this," and I'm like, "Nope."
Yeah, my wife also got the epidural, and her joke was when they pulled out the epidural, she went, "I've exited the Matrix." No laughter.
Wow.
No laugh.
Ew.
Both bombed.
What was with your hospital?
They're
just like,
They don't take jokes. No, it's true. They won't laugh at anything. It's very annoying. I try to like joke around with them, and they just don't want to play along.
Yeah.
Probably because they don't want to like offend you back or like be kidding back.
Yeah, they don't know if you're like kidding. I'm not exactly sure. Even though like they're doing the weirdest stuff. Like they have afterbirth in a clear container sloshing around, and they're like talking to each other. It's like, oh yeah, can you give me that? And it's like, I'm like, why is it in a clear container? Why do you guys collect it in a clear container? An
so
open
you can
top.
see whether or not you want to have some.
Yeah.
They asked us, we said absolutely not. No, thank you. We want none of this.
Can I ask an honest question? What the hell is this live stream about anymore?
I don't know. It's about birth. It's about life. About life. Well, you know what? We got 3 more cases. We got some great cases. We got a new cold case that Matt Kelly's going to bring. Katie, you're going to be doing the name of this show.
Yeah.
Which one is
Weird
it?
It's a weird flex, but it's okay.
Oh, weird flex, but okay. And Ella, what's yours about? What's your next case after we get back from break?
About Pizza Hut's Book It literacy program.
Oh, that's awesome. So stick around, guys. We'll be back right after like a 10-minute break. Go to the bathroom, get some water, look up some afterbirth. See you on the other side.
Hi, my name's Dale Upkeep, uniform expert and fashion genius. The Patriots, Jets, Bills, and Dolphins all look like poo-poo. I don't like them. So that inspired me. And my wife always says, Dale, if you don't have anything nice to say, then make a YouTube video about it. Let's see what I made. Up first, the New England Patriots. Their current look doesn't say Patriots, if you ask me. Let's start off with the logo. A flying Elvis. We could do better. First, they're New England, so they should have something that invokes the original 13 colonies. Then if we're going to go with a person for a logo, I don't think Elvis is the right choice. The clear answer here is Mel Gibson from the movie The Patriot.
I'll take that as a compliment.
The logo works perfectly on the helmet. No doubt who this team is. With the stars on the helmet, that leaves the rest of the uniform for stripes. Now that's patriotic right there. I also understand the importance of the Boston Tea Party to locals, so I wanted to give homage to that event with tea bags written on the front. That could also be the team nickname. Go Tea Bags! Here it is from the back. To tie it all together, I also put Mel Gibson and the 13 stars on the socks. Now that is the look of a true patriot.
Back for another Chick-fil-A hack? Here's how you can get the Chick-fil-A experience without breaking the bank. Hey worker, how much for a chicken sandwich?
$4.85.
How much for a big ol' pop?
$2.15.
And how much for air?
Like the air to breathe?
That's right.
Free, I guess.
You heard it right here. At Chick-fil-A, the air is free. So let's give it a try. Pretty good air. Breathes nice. Reminds me of the air at Trader Joe's right down the street. With a little less cinnamon.
Are you gonna order anything or...
Nope, just air.
Yeah, you gotta leave. You can't stand around in the drive-thru line.
Yes, I can. It's another hack.
So I'm with some friends, and we're talking about AIM, AOL Instant Messenger. And one of my friends goes, oh, I didn't use AIM that much. I mostly used Uvu. And we're all like, what's Uvu? And she explains it, and it's Skype. It's 100% Skype. So we're like, did you mean Skype? And she's like, no, it's called Uvu. It's real. I'll prove to you it's real. I'll show you a commercial for it. And she showed us this. It is amazing. It might be the best commercial I've ever seen. Let's just watch it.
This is a great company with a great history. That I will be entrusting this 200-year-old institution to my son-in-law.
Jeez, that man, that smile is so creepy. This guy has to be the owner because he is too hideous for a commercial. You could be an actor and not be good looking, but you have to be an amazing actor. You know what? Maybe this guy's an amazing actor. Maybe we got a Steve Buscemi on our hands.
To my son-in-law, Maurice.
I'm so sorry, this may be important.
So sorry, this may be important. Pretty sure this guy was in Men in Black.
I'm so sorry, this may be important.
That's really important.
This is my wife on Uvu.
Hi, Dad.
I'm very sorry about
Hi,
this.
everybody.
Okay, that's enough.
How's the meeting?
Shut it off. Turn it off. Just turn it off. Is that not a feature built into Uvu?
Make the money.
This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm completely sorry. In fact, I'm sorry.
What are you doing, monster?
I'm Uvuing.
God! Whoa! Boobs!
I'm Uvuing.
God, who are you talking to? Honey.
And that's Uvu. Hey, get our product. You won't be able to shut it off, and it'll ruin your life. I don't care. It's amazing. So many great things about this. First of all, they're supposed to be at some evil company, but it looks like it was shot in a conference room in a La Quinta. And when the mom walks in and her towel opens up, they show boob. This is actual boob. I had to blur out the nipple, but it's there. And they know they messed up because they re-edited it. They edited it. Edited it. They fixed it.
Brain beige. I'm sorry, I think I better take this. It's my wife on Uvu.
Is that supposed to be that man's voice? No one thinks that that face makes that sound. It makes the exact sound you think it makes. So in this version, they cut out the whole naked mom thing and made it way more positive, with everyone just laughing at the situation, which is way more real and way more fun.
I love you.
I love you too.
And that is Uvu. Any commercial I've seen online is insane. There's one with a bunch of religious figures just yelling at each other. And it's crazy to me that this company lasted as long as it did. It lasted 10 years, which in the tech world is forever. So while it's a dead program that won't be as fondly remembered as much as AOL Instant Messenger or Winamp, it did give us this unconventionally beautiful man who did his best to protect the world from racist children.
You want a smart home device that eventually tells you everything you could ever need to know? Then you need the Breville from Brebs Industries. What's the secret to Breville's incredible call and answer technology? There's a little guy in there. A little man sits inside your Breville device and searches everything you ask. Then he speaks your answer into a tiny microphone.
Oh, Breville, Do dogs have social security numbers?
Yeah, probably.
If you ever want to change the voice, just let Breville know and a new voice will arrive within 1 day.
Oh, Breville? Yeah, what do you want? Ooh, no, I don't like that. I want the old voice back.
Well, hello and welcome to Name That Guy, where, as always, our brave contestants will see a picture of a gentleman and they'll try to name him. But first, here's a word from our sponsor.
Experience the authentic sounds of vaping.
Well, that was really something. Now let's get to our contestants. As always, here's our returning champion, Chris, from Greensburg, Pennsylvania. And welcome our latest and greatest celebrity guest challenger, the stunning Southern Susie Lynn. Reminder, this is a winner-take-all lightning round.
Jeremy, Kevin, Zach, Derek, Carl, Bobby, Jim, Jimbo, Freddie, Evan? Jaron, Kent, Jensen, Rick. Oh, man!
That's incorrect. Oh, boy. Susie Lynn with the chance for the steal. Alan, Bill, Chris, come on, Jacob, Uncle Douglas, Bruce, Colin, that one's easy, Seamus, Alex, Starboy, Jarrett, Garvin, Gael, Garrett, Jarrett, Garrett, final answer. Oh boy.
Got a hankering for that new product you didn't know you needed? Do you love apps that work with ease and simplicity? Get all the things you need, and even those you don't, with the Hankering app. Hankering gives you incredible products at downright unbelievable prices. Flat out implausible price tags on products such as chair scrubber, toothpaste dish, sock locker. Get it all at frankly dubious prices that make you wonder when's the other shoe gonna drop. Straight up confounding items such as a dandelion protector, a spider cannon, seltzer decarbonator, mop gun, hairbrush spatula, spaghetti organizer, chair with hair, chair without hair, banana dryer, robe opener, tall couch. These are all real products. We will send you the products. I swear to God we will. Did somebody tell you that we don't send our products? Or that we send wrong or misleading items? Who said it? Real products such as laptop separator, fork sharpener, sludge opener. Who said it? We want the name! We've been trying to catch this fucking shit scoundrel for weeks now. You tell us the name! Hankerin.com. Give us the name!
We're back.
Yay!
Oh wow, someone's futuristic.
Well, no, I just want to quell all the private chats that I might have been sleeping during the break, and that it might happen during the show. Who knows? So that's not why I'm wearing these. I'm wearing them because it's bright in here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
You kind of look like the singer in a Goofy movie.
Ooh, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever. Powerline?
You
Powerline.
Elizabeth, I'm coming, baby.
That is the nicest thing anyone has ever said about me.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
So, who wants to take a trip to the demented decade that was the 70s?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got a twofer for you. We're gonna watch two commercials, both real, that aired in the middle of the day in the 70s. And I just want to stress that. So this first one is
That
a
literally sent me
is
through my nose.
Should we hold on? Do we need to remind people how much lead was in the air in the 70s?
We might. So this is for, and I'm going to admit, this is a good movie. It's a psychological thriller called Magic. But this played just midday. I know of this ad spot because my mom and all of her sisters talked about how much it would terrify them when it would come on when they were watching cartoons on Saturday morning.
Oh,
what?
No.
Abracadabra, I sit on his knee. Presto, change-o, and now he is me. Hocus pocus, we take her to bed. Magic is free. We're dead.
Josephine Levine presents Magic, a terrifying love story starring Anthony Hopkins, Anne Margaret, and Burgess Meredith. Rated R.
Who was that for Flintstones?
Cool. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Matt. Don't need to ever sleep again.
It'll help you. Stay awake
Yeah.
for the kid.
Good.
And when they weren't trying to terrify you with movies that were not appropriate for Saturday morning, they were advertising just your regular run-of-the-mill toys and dollies for little girls.
Listen to Remco's Baby Laugh a Lot. You're listening to Baby Laugh a Lot. She's the funniest doll you've ever seen. Just push the button and she starts to giggle. Get Baby Laugh a Lot by Remco.
Now, I submit that's scarier than the horror movie trailer that played earlier.
Yeah.
How can anyone recreate this face? What was that face?
Is full teeth. It was a lot of teeth. Oh God, you can do it. Go Bacon.
Oh God.
Oh God, it's so good. No, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Bacon, you do that way too well. And
I thought that little girl was gonna full turn around and look at us.
Look,
I mean,
the head
it's
snaps.
turning.
The head
The fucking
snaps
head
gotta
snaps.
carry. Like,
All you need is that sound, that boom, that, you know.
And this shouldn't be a shock to anybody, but Remco up here. This toy was released in 1978. Remco also shuttered its doors in the year 1978.
Weird.
Here's Baby Laugh a Lot was not the company saving release that they were hoping it would be.
Oh God, was it not? So no one bought that. That's so strange.
I can't imagine why not. So, if I'm here to tell you a vote one way or the other, I'm going to say the 70s was guilty of not knowing what was appropriate to put on children's commercial breaks.
I don't even, with that doll and that business closing down, I swear, like whatever warehouse was filled with those things.
Oh,
is
just
haunted.
cackling away.
It's just
someone knocked
cackling
over
away.
one box and they all start cackling at once.
Every company that tried to start as a startup in that office building all shuttered because it's just.
How has this movie not been written, guys?
I know. It's called Child's Play.
Can I see the first one again? Can we see the first one again?
Sure.
That's just a slow. What was the fucking direction on this? They
push in.
Did anyone storyboard this? Was the storyboard literally? Oh my God! Good.
Yeah, I pulled down the volume so we can just appreciate the cinema of it.
I mean, look, they had to hire a puppeteer. We know that. Bare
It's
minimum.
good. It's good puppetry. I'll give it that.
So this movie, I do want to give a shout out to this movie because if you look here, Anthony Hopkins and Margaret Burgess Meredith, it is a stacked cast movie.
Really?
How have I not heard of this movie?
It's based on a novel.
It's based on a novel. It's directed by Richard Attenborough.
Whoa!
Wait, who's is that David's brother?
I think it is.
I believe it is.
Right?
Are you serious?
No, I think that's a real thing. Yeah.
I think that's a real
I'm
thing.
learning
yeah.
so much today. Carrot
and
Top.
the
this?
screenplay and book written by William Goldman, who wrote Princess Bride, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. So
What?
And you've seen this? Have you seen this?
I
Matt?
own it. It's basically like a it's almost like a black box theater show, like one act show, because it's about Anthony Hopkins plays a ventriloquist who's deciding to quit doing ventriloquism, and Burgess Meredith is his manager trying to convince him to keep doing it. And this is when the reality starts to break of like, who's controlling who? Is he controlling the puppet, or is the puppet controlling Anthony Hopkins type vibe? But it's a very well done, like low budget movie. But this should not be playing on children's television.
Wait, Richard Attenborough, like Hammond.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
earlier.
Nice.
Which is
connect.
yeah.
Welcome to Hammond Park.
To Humboldt Park.
Yeah, so
wow.
Vote with me, guys. Guilty. The 70s was fucking wild.
Yeah.
Guilty of making me thankful my son is past wanting dolls.
Oh, God.
The only thing not guilty about that is if you've watched trailers from the 70s, they're usually straight trash. I mean, it's pretty bad. And like just even listening to them, because the sound is all busted out, it gives you the worst headache. For a trailer, probably one of the best 70s trailers I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, because for every like, Last House on the Left with the keep telling yourself it's just a movie, like great advertising from the 70s. The rest, not so great.
They didn't have it down yet.
Honestly,
Too long. They'll be like 4-minute long trailers.
Honestly, I kind of want to see this movie.
Magic's good.
Yeah.
It looks
Low key push. Go check out Magic.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I think I might go see that movie.
Is that something we could watch like on a Patreon or something?
I don't know. That might be tough. Oh, maybe on a Patreon. Certainly not on YouTube. It would not.
No.
No. But yeah, we could do a double feature. We could do The Cross and the Switchblade, and then that movie.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
That was great. That was great, Matt.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well done.
I think that was guilty all around there, Bacon.
Oh yeah.
What? I have to do it.
Oh, but
I'll
the thing is
take
that
over that.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
See, I could do it just the same. King of the sweeping. I like to sweep about 4 seconds before you're supposed to. Just ruin the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like you get right to the like actual height of the scene, and then you just want to.
Oh yeah! As soon as anyone figures out what the game is in the scene, whoop, gone. No more.
Gotta see it later.
You got to see it later. It's a herald. We got to do this 3 times. Because that's IO. We can't change. We're cursed. Del Close is in these walls.
I know someone else in this chat that is not a Herald fan either.
The Herald's great.
PTSD. I like a Herald. I respect a Herald. I have PTSD from watching so many shit Heralds in my 16 years of doing improv.
A Herald's fantastic. The only problem with
good Herald.
the Herald is when you're not allowed to break out of it if you find something else.
Yeah.
And then you feel like you're trapped.
Very that.
And now you're thinking about like, oh, what's going to be the third beat with this character? Instead of paying attention to the scene.
If you're faux pas, you break that rule a lot, and you just follow that fun.
Let's do whatever you want.
Good. That's how it should be. Next case. Who's up next?
It's a great question.
I think our guest.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Hello. Today I'm here to present to you Pizza Hut Book It program, weaponizing books to cause childhood obesity. Next slide.
Are you okay? There might be arrows at the bottom.
I don't know if I can do anything.
Just say next slide. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm reliable.
I don't do anything.
Actually,
I don't know.
You say next slide, and I will take care of it. Bacon, just keep those sunglasses.
I got
on and get
it.
a nap.
Also, did we do this on purpose? There's so much kid-related stuff.
There is a lot of kid-related stuff.
I see a Goosebumps down there for starters.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna get to it. We're
That's
gonna
some
get
say
to
cheese
it.
and die if I've ever seen it. With your cheese pizza, say cheese pizza and die.
Good one.
Thank
So I saw these and I thought, ha 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 ha, so funny, so
Yeah.
relatable. That's me. That's really me. And then I thought, wait a minute, did this book program cause my eating disorder as a child? Wait a minute. Did this book program cause childhood obesity? Maybe it did. Let's discuss. All right, next slide. Oh, this is just a cute picture of me. This has nothing to do with my slide. I'm just a normal baby. Yeah, I have a little bit of rules. It's normal. It's a little baby. I just wanted to show a cute picture of me.
That's a healthy baby right there. Yeah,
That
what
is
is
a very
that?
good baby.
Sprout. My dad was dressed as a Jolly Green Giant, and I was a little Sprout.
Oh my god.
Oh, take notes, Bacon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was
Ooh.
I'm on a handmade blanket that had little strawberries on it that my mom made. I still have this blanket and a little strawberry pillow, and I'm so fucking cute. All right, next slide.
Ella, I want you to know my wife's watching, and I guarantee you're making her cry right now.
You're welcome. All right, I found this on the CDC website, and then it said in the United States, childhood obesity affects approximately 12 million children and teens. And then in the 1960s to the 1980s to 1990s, okay, I'm not reading this well, but there was a rapid increase from the 80s to the 90s where it tripled, which is when I was born. Okay, I was born in 1985. It went from 5% to 15%. I put an arrow from when I was born, and I was like, great, cool. Right when I'm born is when it tripled. Awesome. What else happened in between the 80s and the 90s? Next slide. Oh, interesting. The Pizza Hut Book It Literacy Program. It premiered in 1984 from it's for preschool to sixth graders. And it was, oh wait, do I have my, I don't have on my thing. Okay, no, it's fine. Yeah. So is this guy named Arthur? Do I talk about him later?
The aardvark?
Okay, no, I talk about him later. Okay, so it's for sixth graders. So they get a 6-inch pizza if they read 10 books a month. You also get buttons, stickers, and bookmarks, but that was discontinued in the 2000s. And I had most of these buttons, and if I still had that robot button, I would lose my damn mind because that was my favorite button.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Isn't
It's
it
got
so
like
cute?
sparkles and everything. Yeah.
Ugh.
No, I don't remember the button, so it might have been because I was more of a 2000s during that time, but I do remember the pizzas, and I do remember lying about how many books I read.
Never
oh
lied.
my god.
Never
Katie,
lied.
you lied?
Never lied.
Yeah.
About
That's
the
me.
book? You lied about reading books to get pizza?
I mean, I probably read some picture books, I'm not gonna lie.
Terrible. Terrible. All right,
You
next
guys
slide.
heard it here first.
Wait.
The pizza
competition-
police are going to come at your door if you hear it
They're
knocking.
They're gonna get you. Is this why I'm a competitive person? Probably, because the competition started where you had to have 10 books a month to get a pizza. I could read 1 to 2 Goosebumps or Fear Street books a day at this point when I was around 10 years old. As a child, I remember going to Barnes & Noble with my family and asking my parents to get me 6 Goosebumps / Fear Street books when we would go, because we would only go to Barnes & Noble like every 2 weeks, every month, something like that. And as a mother now, I now know that is unreasonable. And I'm sorry to my parents of the past, because I was a little terror of like why they would say no to me and they'd only get me 1 or 2. But I would finish those books by Sunday. We would go on a Friday night and I would finish those books by Sunday, and I would have no books to read. But child Micaela was very upset and is now healed. Okay, next slide. Okay. I was this woman. I think we're pretty much the same age. I think she's only like 3 years younger than me. I did a little research on this woman. She actually doesn't even really like Goosebumps, which made me really mad to find out. But yeah, she was out thinking that she looked so funny to look like a nerd having Goosebumps books, but that was me. I read all of the Goosebumps and all of the Fear Street books, and actually Return to Fear Street on the Left came out just a few years ago, and I read it as an adult in my 30s woman, and it was great. All right, next slide.
Irma Gerd didn't like Goosebumps?
Goosebumps. She said it was fine.
Yeah.
Okay, the cause. How did it start? According to New York Times, in 1984, Arthur Gunther, he was the president of Pizza Hut at the time. He was contacted by Ronald Reagan, then president, who was reaching out to businesses to help them work on education and get more involved with education. Why he talked to Pizza Hut, I don't know. But he did. And so the president of Pizza Hut was inspired by his son having problems not being able to read well because he had vision problems. So he started a competitive program for his son who had a problem reading.
Oh no.
I see no issues on this. Continue.
Rubbing in your son's eyes.
Let's go, Pansy. Read a book.
He came home every day and he's like, "Do you want to know how many kids read books today?
You know how many pizzas I had to give away today? You know how many pizzas?
You'll never be a librarian at this rate.
You get no fucking pizzas, you loser." Right. Next page. Also, an accomplice, Barbara Bush. In 1989, she was the first person to ever order Pizza Hut at the White House. You would think that Reagan would have ordered Pizza Hut when he started this program. Didn't want to put it in the White House. Barbara
You're
Bush
telling me that someone in corporate America didn't provide for the pizza party?
Nope. She had this for 200 kids at a literacy event. She ordered pizza for them. So she continued the problem of reading and pizza being connected. Okay. Next slide. Now, who stopped it? First Lady Michelle Obama. Thank you very much. She said, let's move and let's get that pizza out of this fucking house. Right? Now, I do have some problems with this initiative because she thinks the video games and TV is the problem with why kids are fat. I disagree. I think it's books, but I think it's the pressure of having to read 10 books a month and all of that competitive nature in me. But sure, fine, whatever you say. Just, having to force yourself to eat, like, read 10 books so you can, like, eat this shitty pizza that you don't even like, just so you can tell your friends, like, I'm so much better than you because I got this button. That's what it's all about. Okay. Next slide. I just want to tell you guys, I love books. I'm currently reading 2 books. I'm listening to Grady Hendrix' Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, and I'm reading The Champions. It's a sequel to another book I read. It was called The Cheerleaders. It's very good. I'm also writing my own book, which is like a upper middle grade. So I just want you to know, I love books, okay? And I just want you to know this is not an anti-book rant, okay? Thank you. Next slide.
Do you smell tomato sauce every time you read, or?
Yeah.
I'm a light sauce kind of girl too. I always order light sauce.
Can I ask, is it for anything? Like if you're reading the news, does your mouth start to water?
I just think if I could just read 10 news articles today, what could I get?
Okay. I think some app developer is listening to this right now. And if you could like read, what would be enough? If you read 10 articles, it has to be more than that. Like if you read 100 articles because they're short, what would be the prize enough to make you want to do that?
Someone send me like a crumble cookie, even though they're not great. They're fine. They're fine.
Like Goosebumps.
Oh, but a crumble cookie would then
but like a good cookie. If someone sends me a good cookie, I'll read 100 articles.
There you go.
There you go.
App developers, listen to that. Also, maybe a leaderboard.
A leaderboard, I would read articles.
All right, sorry to disrupt your case.
No, it's fine.
Continue.
So, in conclusion, like someone on the New York Times said, I don't think I would have read as much. It gamified it in a very analog way, which is exactly right. It made it just so competitive in my heart that I didn't like it, but I ate all of it, which caused an eating disorder as a child in my heart. My clogged heart, which contributed to the childhood obesity epidemic, which started in the 80s to 90s and has gotten worse in the last 40 years. My generation. Okay, so tell me, is the Pizza Hut Book It literacy program to blame for childhood obesity? Guilty or not guilty?
Ooh, Ella, can I point out that I believe that you are still affected by this to this day?
What?
Because when I asked you if you could make any prize for reading an article, you picked cookies. You could have picked literally anything.
Yeah,
but you picked a round treat.
Oh, wow. Oh,
It's
wow.
in you. This is like you need therapy for this.
I do. I go to therapy for eating disorders.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Well, you've convinced me, and you've also convinced me to plug the podcast YAOK on the Geekscape Network. If you are a fan of books, specifically of the young adult variety, check out
Love 'em.
YAOK.
The Champions is a YA book, and it's great.
Wow.
I love it. Yeah, I really think it contributed to my unhealthy obsession with pizza. So I would say guilty as well. Very much so.
Now, Ella, first of all, I just want to say that what a great case presentation. Thank you for bringing something so close to your heart.
Thank you so much.
And being so vulnerable on our show and coming out and being like, hey, I have an eating disorder because of this goddamn stuff, and it did not help. That was really awesome. I will say though, one, maybe because I was born, I'm 1983, so I'm a couple years behind. So maybe because I'm a little bit older when Goosebumps got popular, but I also think Goosebumps just fine. Yeah.
Listen,
Have you tried
Am I
Fear
wrong?
Street? Have you tried Fear Street?
Yeah, it doesn't tickle me.
so listen, I feel like I can speak on this.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Because I grew up loving Goosebumps. And this was like maybe 10 years ago now. But 10 years ago, I made the discovery that there were 62 original Goosebumps books. And October has 31 days in it. And I said, for 2 years, I'm going to read a Goosebumps book a day and
Kelly,
blog
you gotta go
about
to
it.
therapy, man. You got to go to therapy about this one.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, out of 61 books, there's maybe 10 that are worth rereading. It is more
It's
lows than
fun.
highs in that franchise of books.
I'm really as I get older though, I think I'm definitely team Fear Street.
See, and I never read a single Fear Street, so I got no
Fear
horse in
Street's
that race.
fun.
Okay.
Fear
I
Street's
haven't
super
read those,
fun.
so yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And not to keep plugging this book, but the Champions, which is the sequel to the Cheerleaders, is very much like in the vein of like a Fear Street style. If people like that kind of book.
Good.
I will say Goosebumps, even like not guilty because Goosebumps is amazing that it was able to get kids to able to read books, and it made really fun for reading for a lot of kids. So positive. We don't have to focus on that part. I want to focus on the Pizza Hut thing because here's the thing. It didn't work on me because it was only a 6-inch pizza. And Ella, you don't know this about me, but I am a very large man. And even as a child, they'd always thought I was held back because I was so much bigger than all the other kids. And at this time,
Bacon is taller than I am. Ella, if you didn't know, you know how tall I am.
If they would have done, if you read 100 books, you get a Bigfoot pizza. Then they would have got me. But I think I dodged a bullet after hearing your story. Because if it was like a Bigfoot pizza, oh my God, I would have read every Goosebumps twice.
Yeah.
Did you have to check in? How did you guys check in? Because I know we had to like fill in like little squares or something.
You tell your teacher and they give you that certificate, and then you take that to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, that's how I lied about it. Yeah.
That's how I lied about it.
It's just like, yeah, I read that book.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Oh, man. Dishonorable Judge Katie.
Hello.
Hi, you got
Welcome.
weird flex, but okay.
I got weird flex, but okay. Let me just load this in real quick. But yeah. How many of you guys remember the phrase weird flex, but okay?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea when you think it happened? What year?
Not a clue.
I'll say I was
2009.
I'll say 2012.
I'll split the middle and say 2010.
Okay. All right. It is still processing, but Matt, do you mind throwing that bad boy up there? There we go. Weird flex, but okay. Came out in 2017, you guys. How wild is that? 2017, not that long ago, only 8 years ago, which, not quite a full decade, but it still feels way older. Do you guys remember anything about your 2017 whatsoever? Any accomplishments?
Yeah. I was pregnant.
Oh.
Hey, of course.
We got right back to it, baby.
Yeah, babies.
2017, I remember being what I would say was like the beginning of the good years for Matt Kelly. That was like therapy was working, and I was like, I want to travel more. I want to say that it was like maybe 2018 is when I met you in Boston.
2019, I think.
2000. Okay,
I moved to Boston 2019.
Then 2017 though was the beginning of the Matt Kelly's feeling pretty good about life and is traveling more.
Hell yeah, I freaking love that. It was a pretty good year.
2017, good time.
Yeah.
We are brought to you by Eurovision and going to therapy.
Yeah.
Highly recommended. It's awesome. If you get a good therapist.
Napping through happy hour.
Give it a couple shots. You might not have a good therapist on try number 1.
No.
Yeah, make sure you go to the right therapist because that is a huge deal. And in 2017, I was also going to the right therapist and making some moves. It was a great year. I went through all 4 levels of UCB all in that one year. I shot a bajillion sketches that year and short films, all sorts of stuff. And then I ended up in my current situation after all of those like comedy experiences, not long after, with my faux pas team, which Micaela is a part of. And we have our last show next Wednesday. So if you're in Los Angeles, come see us. But also in 2017, it was the year I met this sweet piece of ass.
Oh my God.
Weird flex, but okay.
We're not just pieces of meat, Katie. Men.
You are to me.
You disgust me.
I know.
I hope my daughter doesn't grow up to be like you.
That is the greatest compliment you could ever give me. Yes. But you know who else was reminiscing about their year in 2017? But Malala on December 31st of 2017 was talking about her year. In 2017, she was a UN Messenger of Peace. She was the Canadian honorary citizenship. She had A-level exams, joined Twitter, Iraq and Kurdistan. All sorts of things were happening. And then along comes some little guy saying, weird flex, but okay. What I find absolutely hysterical about this, and the guy who actually essentially created the origin of this meme is that after 8 years, this has only got 360 likes and like 92 retweets.
Wow.
So it wasn't really that popular just from him. It is the first occurrence online of seeing the words weird flex, but okay. There is one more that actually grew the popularity about 1 year later in 2018. And that phrase was catchy, but misused in this original one. But I think it was used a lot better in this next one until a little beard winking baby decided to announce that he was a virgin in high school and for many years later. Yes. Brett Kavanaugh was a big topic in 2018.
Oh.
And he announced this weird thing, and many people decided to use weird flex, but okay. And I believe that this is the proper usage of the meme weird flex, but okay. It is an actual judgmental way of using it, and that's what it should be. Such as, perhaps, like with this. I married my best friend's dad, and now I'm her stepmom. Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah.
There's also this one. I've been pregnant approximately 3 years. And then Dr. Phil responds. Weird flex, but okay.
Now, we're all confident that when you say Dr. Phil responds, you mean whatever intern was being paid to run his Twitter on that day.
100%. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Dr. Phil doesn't know how to turn on a goddamn computer. Also, he's commenting on his own show.
Well, I think, is he commenting on Shane Dawson?
Well, but he's sharing a clip from the Dr.
From
Phil
his show.
YouTube page.
Yep. It's got Dr. Phil underneath. I've been pregnant approximately 3 years. Dr. Phil, 4 million views 1 week ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, Shane Dawson also just said same, so hilarious in and of itself. But then weird flex, okay. There's yet one more that I thought was a pretty brilliant one around this time. It was also ASAP Rocky was bullied during his first orgy at 13 years old. Very weird flex, and honestly, not okay. But this is a really great meme in order to be snarky with someone. And I have actually, in my search of all of this, found a lot of blogs for people who don't speak English as a first language, trying to understand what this meme really means. It is sarcasm, and it's best used in a judgmental, sarcastic way. And all that to say that the original usage of weird flex but okay against Malala was weird and dumb and misused, but used in the right way, weird flex but okay is used correctly, and I say it's pretty innocent. And I rest my case.
All right.
It's great. You know, I will say this is why I think that we thought it was older than what it was, because you reminded me. Like, since in college, I remember like my friends and I doing brag whenever somebody just said something like really standard. They'd be like, "Oh, I just got back from Walmart." Brag.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the way to put. That would have worked for her tweet. All those things, just writing brag. That would have been actually really funny because it was like bragging, but also a bunch of G's. It makes it like I'm not like you're not really accusing anybody of anything. It's fun. The weird flex, but okay, is on the like why. It's also you just saying. I think the best way to explain it to an ESL would be it's more like saying, "Cool, I didn't need to know that."
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of in that same energy. I love it. I think it's great. I think you could use it in a lot of great places. I agree with you. It is not guilty.
I feel like this is one of those things that actually has popped up in my just day-to-day vernacular since 2017. I think I say weird flex, but okay pretty regularly. Especially, it's a great one to throw at a child. Because children will tell you stuff that you could not care less about. hit him with a weird flex and okay, and just move on.
That's true.
Bringing it back to kids.
I'm telling you, my kid would not take that well if I said that to him.
Listen,
I'm gonna try it.
Listen, I love
Weird
my girlfriend's kids, but when they're telling me all about how much money they have in Roblox, yeah, weird flex, okay.
Swept
Does
again.
anyone watch Bluey?
I watch Bluey regularly.
Bluey. Do we know who Unicorse is?
I literally just said to my girlfriend today, you know who's my favorite character on Bluey? Unihorse.
I mean, he does the and why should I care?
Yeah.
Oh, that is the same. Yeah. And why should I care?
My kid and I do that to each other, so I feel like it's that same vein of and why should I care?
That's amazing. I'm curious to know what the next generation's weird flex but okay is going to be, or brag.
Yeah, it's going to be something we don't understand,
And we're not supposed to,
and we're not allowed to. No.
Yeah,
I don't care to.
Oh,
by the way, I meant to mention that I met my husband at a sketch show called Jake and Daryl's One Woman Sketch Show. Don't know why I'm bringing that up.
Oh.
Are we
Look
taking
at
off
that.
our clothes?
We are.
You can if you want.
I don't have anything underneath this.
What did everybody learn today?
Yeah. We just talk about what we learn and do a reverse Mr. Rogers. As we call it.
Someone should have told me. I don't have anything underneath.
Oh, it's fine.
You're fine. I learned today that kids are susceptible to a lot of marketing schemes, like pizza and things, but they are not susceptible to a creepy laughing baby.
I've learned that Bacon desperately needs sleep after we're done this episode. And that Animorphs was better than any Goosebumps book ever could be.
Oh, those are some fighting words.
I learned that, I thought I was getting better. I thought I got enough sleep. And then as soon as I had to try to be on, I forgot what words were. I forgot to click buttons. Yeah. But mostly I learned that Eurovision is awesome. And that therapy, if you find the right person, is awesome. And get sleep. It really helps your brain.
Bacon, maybe in 18 years you'll get to have sleep again.
Oh yeah, he still sucked at sleeping, and he's 7.5. So not to cheer you up at all, but I learned that someone's gonna do an Alice in Wonderland thing, and I literally have not stopped thinking about who it possibly could be, and I hope it's the girl who does serving.
Okay.
But I don't know if it is.
Could I just say one other set piece from somebody else's?
You can spoil anything. I really don't care.
My two favorite from round 2 are, it starts with a big set of lips and a disco ball in it, and it turns around and the singer's inside of it. And it's
Is it the
awesome.
serving song? Where she's like, serving cunt. It's a song called Serving Cunt, but she doesn't say the word cunt.
It's just called Serving, maybe. And it was an amazing performance. And then the other one, the Alice in Wonderland thing, probably my favorite. Really liked it.
Who was that?
Come on. Gotta save it. Get Peacock. Get the
Get
cock.
Peacock and find out.
Get the cock.
Gonna go watch
Get
it
that cock in you.
Get that cock. We'll be back next week. Same time, 7. Got a bunch of great cases next week. Next week, I got a cold case, and we're going to stick with Chicago stuff just because I got to stick to what's close to me right now because my brain's not working. And we're going to watch an old Chicago commercial that's amazing called The Eagleman. Anybody else have anything to plug before we get out of here?
Just all of the podcasts on the Geekscape network. There's a lot of them.
Katie, Faux Pas last show. When's Faux Pas last show?
Faux Pas last show is next Wednesday, the 21st at 8 p.m. at the Pack Theater. Come see us before we say goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, and next week on the Geekscape TV YouTube channel, I'll finally be releasing a video that I think Katie recorded the voiceover for in February. So, so stay tuned for that.
Subscribe there. All right. See you guys next week.